So, hi everyone. Today we are doing the trigonometric identities May 2024 paper, which the paper code is WMA12/01. So, it's related to Edexcel Pure Maths 2 IAL and it covers the chapter number 6. If I look over here, this question says that I have to solve the equation. The equation is given to me and give my answers in rad to three significant figures. When they tell you that you have to give the answer in rad, the first thing that you would do, you would take your calculator, press shift, set up, you go to angle and units and you press 2, so you get an answer. You get your calculator, the answer that you're going to get will be in rad. Okay, now they're saying that I have to solve this equation for x and I have to give my answer in three significant figures. The first thing that you have to note over here is because you're solving the equation, you do not have to have a left hand side or a separate right hand side. You just write and you start solving. Okay, so when we are trying to solve this, we should know our trigonometric identities, which I always suggest my kids to write it. What are the three trigonometric identities that we suggest to have handy with us? The first trigonometric identity is tan theta is sine theta by cos theta, and second one is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. This is what we asked them to have handy. Okay, now since I have to solve and I have to solve this for x, I have to find the value of x. So I start writing what is given to me. Plus 13 is equal to cos x. What I can see is when I'm trying to solve, I will try to bring things into either complete sine or complete cos or complete tan. So let's start with tan. I would write 5 sine x and I'm replacing my tan. Tan is nothing, it's like sine x over cos x plus 13 is equal to cos x. I would try to get rid of the denominator, so I'm multiplying both my sides by cos x. So what I get is 5 sine. If you see over here, this is sine x and sine x. It's going to make it 5 sine square x plus 13 because I'm multiplying both the sides. So this would become 13 cos x and it is equal to cos square x. Okay, now I need to see whether I want my equation in sine or I want it in cos. Since I have one cos x over here, I will try to make this sign also cos so that everything becomes cos for me. So if I manipulate this equation, I know my sine square theta is 1 minus cos square theta. So I will change this and I would make it 1 minus cos square x. So this becomes 5 plus I have 13 cos x is equal to cos square x. So now it is 5 minus 5 cos square x plus 13 cos x. I'll get this cos square also over here. Minus cos square x, it makes it 0. Okay, now I have simplified and I've kept it for you all so that it's a bit easier. So I would say my minus 5 cos square x and minus cos square x would give it 6 cos square x. So I have 5 minus 6 cos square x plus 13 cos x would be 0. I'm multiplying throughout by minus 1, so I would get minus 5 plus 6 cos square x. This sign would change. Minus 13 cos x is equal to 0. I'll get it in the quadratic form, which makes it 6 cos square x. Okay, 6 cos square x minus 13 cos x minus 5 is equal to 0. This is in the form of quadratic equation after solving. So put it in your calculator and try to find the values. So this is like 6x squared minus 13x minus 5 is equal to 0, where my x represents the cos x. Just keep this in mind. Put it in your calculator. Try to find the value. I'll pause the video for those who are doing it. So when I put this on my calculator, okay, in my calculator I will put it in the form of x squared. So I am getting the value of my x is equal to I'm getting the value of my x which is equal to minus 1 by 3, or I am getting my x is equal to 5 by 2. Replace the x by cos x. So I would say my cos x is equal to minus 1 by 3, or I would say my cos x is equal to 5 by 2. Okay, now what I have to do is I need to understand one thing. I need the value of x. I do not want the value of cos x. Okay, so I will find my x is equal to cos inverse of 1 by 3, or I would say my x is equal to cos inverse of 5 by 2. Please note the range of x is between 0 and pi. Okay, so now I will go back to my normal calculator. Okay, so my x is cos inverse, so I press shift cos inverse. This is minus 1 by 3. I'll put on my calculator minus 1 by 3. I am getting my value of x, which is equal to 1.91. Okay, and 0, 6. I want it up to 3 significant places, so I can write it 1.910. Please note my answer is in rads. You check your calculator to rad. And when I am trying to insert the value for cos inverse 5 by 2, what I am getting is an error. Okay. Now my x is 1.91. Okay, I'm not going to substitute it again. I've wanted a value of x. I got the value of x. However, if you want to use the cast diagram, okay, so in that case, you will be finding the value of cos theta. So just keep that in mind and use the range if you want to. If when I'm doing it using my cast, I'm not going to get a value which is more than pi, and my x is between 0 and pi, so I am only going to get this one value. If you want, you can definitely check ahead. Okay, so this was my A part, which was for 5 marks. Let's go to the next one. I read my question properly. That is the key for everything. Okay, so the next part says, let's read it. I've done the A part. I have temperature inside a greenhouse. Okay, read the parameters very properly. I have temperature inside a greenhouse, which is monitored on a particular day. The temperature is H degree inside the greenhouse. T hours after the midnight is modeled by this equation. So they are saying that they are trying to find the temperature inside a greenhouse and the temperature, that is H. This is the temperature that was monitored. Okay, it was monitored, the temperature was monitored for T hours after midnight, and in a day there would be 24 hours. So that means they're saying that the T represents hours between 0 to 24, and the temperature is modeled by this equation. So this would be the hour and H is the time. I have the equation for the temperature. K is my constant. Now they're saying that I already have the equation for the temperature, which is 10 plus 12 sine. I'm writing KT plus 18 degree. Now they're saying, given that temperature inside the greenhouse, they have given us some information. The temperature inside the greenhouse was 20 degree at 6 a.m. So H was 20 degree, time was 6 a.m. and K, my constant, lies between 0 to 20. Find the value of K, all the possible values of K, giving each answer to two decimal places. So I want to find the value of K. I have the equation given to me. Let's try to substitute the information. So if I substitute the information, the H would be replaced by 20 is equal to 10 plus 12 sine. I want to find K. My time is 6 plus 18. Do not forget the degrees. Okay. Now 20 minus 10. This would make it 10. Okay. So this would become 10 is equal to 12 sine 6K plus 18 degree. So I would say 10 by 12 is equal to sine 6K plus 18 degree. I just manipulate the equation, so it's going to be sine 6K plus 18 degree. I put my 10 by 12 on the calculator, which is making it 5 by 6. Okay, now I would say sine 6K plus 18 is equal to sine inverse of 5 by 6. Let's use this. 6K plus 18 is sine inverse of 5 by 6. When I put this on the calculator, I will get 6K plus 18 is equal to shift sine inverse 5 by 6. Okay, now this is in degree, it's not in rad, so do not forget to again change your calculator to degrees. So you're going to get 6K plus 18 is equal to 56.44. 6K is equal to 56.44 minus 18. So K would be 66.44 minus 18 divided by 6. So I am getting my K is equal to 6.41. Okay, now I'm telling you that my K is going to be between 0 to 10. They have told us this, that the K is going to be, no, the K is between 0 to 20. So I want to find out all my values of k. Okay, since you want to find out all the values of k, so now you need to understand that this was a transformation. Okay, first thing you have to understand that this was a transformation. So when you found out, you just kept it as it is and you said that the value of this is 56.44 without solving further ahead for k. I would try to see all the possible values of this 56.44 using my cast diagram. So I would say cast, it is sine and my sine is 56.44. So the other value where sine is going to be positive, one would be 56.44 and the other value of my theta would be 180 minus 56.44. So 180 minus 56.44, it is going to give me 123.56. Okay, and I would see if I have to change the circle. Okay, I would try to find the other values, and if needed, I will have to keep on finding the other things because my k is between 0 to 20. I will also change the range, which makes it 6k plus 18. This would be 0 only, but this 20 would be 20 plus 18. So this was k. Okay, this was k and this was 20. Now if I do 6k, I would do into 6. So 20 into 6, it's 120 plus 18, so 138. So my new range would be 0k and it would be 6k plus 18 and this would become 138. So I would have to check for my values of k between 0 to 138. Now, if I'm seeing my other value, it is going to be 123.56. That is 180 minus 56.44, which is well falling within this range. Okay. So once I find my two values, I will find my k. So over here for the second value, I have 6k is equal to 123.56 minus 18 and k would be 123.56 minus 18 divided by 6. I put it on the calculator. And I'm getting my k as 17.59. So for this range, the two values of my theta of my k was this, and now I wanted to find the values of only k. So first I found the principal values, I changed the range, and then I did the division and plus or minus whatever it is. So I got my k as 6.41 and I got my k as 17.59. Here, the most important things that you should note over here is this is not sine x, this is a transformation. Okay, first thing you should note over here that this is a transformation. So before finding the value of k, I will have to do the cast, plot the principal angles, then change the range and get my other value within the range. So I got two values within the range, which was 56.44 and 123.56. For this, then I would go and find the values of k. So first I would solve for the transformation to get the theta, and then I would find the value of k. This should be very clear to you. Okay, so with this, I cover the part 2 where I have to find all the possible values of k, and my k is 6.41 and 17.59. This was the A part. Now let's go to the B part. After finding the values of k, I am further given that k is between 0 and 10. Find the maximum temperature inside the greenhouse. Now, if I'm looking to find the maximum temperature inside the greenhouse, given that my K is between 0 to 10, so understand the temperature inside the greenhouse is modeled by this equation. My minimum value of sine is always -1 and the maximum value is 1. Okay, they want me to find the maximum temperature inside the greenhouse. That means they want me to find the value of H. Temperature is H. Because I want to find the maximum temperature, they've not given me any time, and I also know the maximum value of sine can be 1. So I replace this entire sine by 1. Sine of whatever angle of whatever theta, the maximum value is 1. So the maximum temperature would be 10 plus 12. This is 10 plus 12. This would be replaced by 1. So H is 22. So the maximum temperature is 22 degrees. Now my C part, this is for 1 mark. So just keep in mind that it would not be very big. My C part, find the time of the day when this temperature occurs. So I want to find this T. When this temperature occurs, the temperature is 22. I have found my two values of K. I want to find the time of the day at which this temperature occurs. Please note it's for 2 marks. For 2 marks, I can take any one value of K that I am comfortable with. Just 2 marks. Okay. The time of the day at which this temperature occurs, temperature, maximum temperature is 22 degrees. And when does this happen? So I have my equation H is equal to 10 plus 12 sine. Instead of K, I will write 6.41 and I will keep my time as it is. Okay. Now I know this is 22 minus 10 is equal to 12 sine 6.41 plus 18. I know that the maximum temperature would happen when this sine is 90 degrees. When this sine is 90 degree, and this is going to make it a total of. So I know my equation. I want to find the time of the day when the temperature is 22 degrees. I know that this is going to give me time. So my sine, this bracket, when this will be 90, sine 90 is 1. So I replace the kt plus 18 by 90. Now in place of k, I substitute the value of k. I put t and I get 72. And 72 divided by 6.41, the time at which I am going to have a 22 degrees Celsius is 11.23. It's very important that you relate over here that your maximum temperature is going to happen when your you have the maximum value of your sine. So your sine kt plus 18, the maximum value of sine happens at 90 degree. So you equate this kt plus 18 to your 90. Now because your t is in hours, you 0.23, you convert this 0.23 also into hours. Okay, it's in hours. So you convert this 0.23 into minutes. So you get 11.23 hours is equivalent to 11 hours, 14 minutes. You're multiplying this 0.23 into 60. The reason why you're doing this, because they have asked you to find the answer in minutes. So the time of the day when the maximum temperature occurs is 11 hours and 14 minutes. So with this, we complete our sum of May 2024. Do refer to the slides. Go to dot education, go to courses, British curriculum, AS, Edexcel, IAL, and you would find in Pure Maths 2 exam style questions, these PPTs along with my handwritten solution. Do like, share, and subscribe.